Namaste everyone. In today's video, we're going to focus on Muni Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 2.36. In this particular Yoga Sutra, Muni Patanjali is helping us to understand what exactly happens as the impact of Satya. And a yoga sadhak, when he or she practices Satya, what happens in their everyday life and how do they evolve as a person? So let's take a good look at this sutra and start understanding it a little bit better. So the sutra itself goes, Satya pratisthayam kriya phalashrayatvam. So this is the sutra itself, and it's quite a short and compact sutra, but it's talking essentially about Satya, the second yama, and what is the impact of this particular word. So let's take a good look now at each of the words and start understanding their meanings. The first word here, of course, is Satya itself, and so it's telling us that this sutra is about Satya, which means truth or truthfulness. And then we come to the next word, which is pratishtha. This is quite a commonly used Hindi word as well, and pratishtha refers to a firm establishment, something that is firmly grounded and that has become quite an essence or firm establishment in a particular person. So that's Satya, pratishtha. And then we come to the next one, which is kriya. Now kriya, like we've discussed even in previous sutras, refers to action, and this action is talking about our action, somebody else's actions, but it particularly refers to the word action. Then we come to the next word over here, which is phala. Phala refers to the fruit, and quite literally it also means fruit, but when we say phala in this particular case, we are talking about the phala of the action, so the fruit of your action and how that impacts Satya. And then coming to the last word over here, which is ashraya. And ashraya is again quite a common word. A lot of people have the name ashraya as well, so it's a very commonly used word. And what it's talking about is the state in which something is supported. So to take the support of, to be supported by, all of this refers to ashraya. And then we're talking about ashrayatvam. So this is indicating a certain level of dependence or receipt of support in a way. And then finally we come to the next segment, which is talking about the exact meaning of the sutra. So what this sutra says is that if you have the firm establishment of Satya, so being truthful has become part of your nature, has become like second nature to you, then in that case what's going to happen is even the action and the fruit of that action starts becoming something that you understand really well. So here what it's saying is the dependence of the fruit on the action becomes really clear to you over time. Now let's start understanding exactly what the sutra is saying and explain it even further. Alright, so what this sutra is trying to indicate to us is that yes, when we have truthfulness and we're being quite truthful with ourselves and people around us, there's a certain level of change that takes place within us. Now normally when we think about karma and we think about action and reaction, and we all know that yes, something, that every cause and effect relationship exists and any action is going to have an equal and opposite reaction. But it's very difficult to predict or to say that this particular action A directly resulted in the impact B. So it's very hard to make that sort of correlation. In most cases, it doesn't really happen, but we're not able to pinpoint actions out like that. And usually a result of a particular action is like a culmination of things that have happened across lifetimes. We don't know when that particular action is going to mature. So it's a lot of guesswork most of the time, and we don't always hit the nail on the head. But what Muni Patanjali is indicating here, which is a very special quality that somebody with the quality of Satya tends to develop, is that they actually become a little more aware of what is going to happen and which action is going to lead to which kind of a fruit. Now, this is not because they develop sudden psychic abilities, or it's not because they're able to look into the future, but it's because they're so aligned within themselves and with other people. They're so in the habit of speaking the truth that even when they look at a particular action or a particular person, they're so in alignment with the truth, they know that most likely this is what's going to happen, and this is your current action A is most likely going to result in particular action B. This ability develops because of their adherence to the truth, because of their level of synchronicity with speaking the truth and embodying Satya. So it's something that develops over a period of time, and I think it's quite a remarkable trait that kind of develops. But what is really important to keep in mind over here is that it's not something that is superhuman, or it's not like a siddhi that is being described here. It's just an impact of Satya that is being spoken about in this particular sutra. So what Muni Patanjali is trying to tell us is that when you start speaking the truth, you're going to be in complete alignment, and that's going to show up in everything you do, everything you say, and everybody that you interact with. Because think about it, if you're constantly speaking the truth, most likely you are going to be able to accurately predict or say that this is what's going to happen, because you follow a certain line of thinking, you say it like it is, you don't hold back from speaking the truth, and hopefully you always do it in a kind and compassionate way. But the point is that you're somebody that sticks with truth and abides by what is true. And this is quite an important quality for a sadhak, because in our daily lives, there are ample opportunities to be unethical. There's so many opportunities to tell white lies. But somebody who can take ownership, accountability, and be honest and always say it like it is somebody that's really following the yogic path of Satya, and that's somebody that's serious about their practice. So what we can do as modern day yoga sadhaks is really just take a moment to think about our actions, to think about how we tend to treat our own words and the words of others, and to speak authenticity, to speak truth into it, so that as much as we do that, the more in alignment we will be with Satya. And then hopefully at some point, maybe we also will be able to see what a particular action is, and then truthfully be able to say what the result of that is going to be. But obviously we're not doing it with that hope, but it might happen as a byproduct. So that is what the Sutra 2.36 is trying to tell us. I hope this has been an informative video and you've been able to understand the impact of Satya. We look forward now to seeing you in a future video or a future class. All the links are in the description if you'd like to connect with us, and we look forward to hearing from you in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Also subscribe to our channel, and we are going to see you in the next video. Until then, take care, and we'll see you very soon. Namaste.